Lexi here on the guest channel. Welcome, and if you're new here, I make content about budgeting, planning, goal setting, all that good stuff. And I hope that you're having a real wonderful day. And for today's video, I wanted to share with you the last of my end of the year rituals. So if you've watched the past 2 days videos, I shared with you two of my rituals, one being making souvenir slides and then the other one being, having a reflection on the past year. And so in today's video, I'm going to share with you my last sort of ritual, if you can call it that. It's just something I like to do at the end of the year to close it off. And that is going to be the accomplishment jar. So as you can see, I have this jar here that it's just a glass regular mason jar filled with little folded notes, colorful folded notes, as you can see. And so basically it's very, very simple. What I do is I just take these post-it notes right here and I just write an accomplishment that I made, and I just write an accomplishment that I made this past year to go on there, basically. And then I put it in a jar, and basically maybe one day I'll reopen it. But it's just a way for me to celebrate like the milestones and the goals that I've reached in the past year. And I feel like it's always, even if I don't open the jar, it's always so motivating to see how many post-it notes are in there. And there are no rules to this exercise. Like, it can be something as concrete as I got my driver's license, or something as simple as I survived something difficult. So there are no rules for this. So let's get into it. One that I just incredibly excited about is that my eyesight came back. So if you have not watched my channel intro, you won't know that basically I have been diagnosed with MS in late 2022, at the end of 2022. And for me, it really affected my eyesight because the disease damaged my optic nerves, and I actually thought I might go blind in one eye at one point. And so my eyesight decreased in both of my eyes, and it went back fully to in the left eye, which was less impacted, and then it's somewhat recovered in the right eye, but far from being fully. And then now it stopped improving for like a year, and now it's improved again. So I'm ending the year with hope that maybe it comes back completely. It's kind of a mystery as to why it's happening, but it's still my accomplishment. So I'm very proud of myself and my body for that. So let's just stick that in the notes in the jar. So I like to kind of alternate colors, but there's really no rule for this whole exercise. The next thing is I survived the worst year of my life so far. I should preface this by saying so far. And so that was 2023, but I know for sure it's not something I put in the jar at the end of 2023. And 2024 was very tough in its own right, so I kind of count that as also being part of my worst year. Not the whole year, but up until June, I would say it's still part of that. So, and not only did I survive, I got back on my feet after eating what felt to me like my own rock bottom. Or honestly, I was just so close to just quitting my job. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't stand seeing some of my family members anymore. Like, I felt so desperate with my health and stuff, and so it was a really dark place for me. But it's actually incredible how much better I feel just a few months afterwards. I think just my emotions needed to go out and to be let out, and doing that just allowed me to move forward in a much healthier and lighter way. So that was just great. One accomplishment I'm very happy with, and I'll go with this post-its, is launching, I cannot spell, launching this channel, which, you know, if you watch my channel introduction, you know that's something I've had in the corner of my mind for a while. Obviously not with MS, because it was prior to MS, and then with my diagnosis I adapted my aspirations for this channel a little bit, but just doing that, being confident enough to be on camera, incredible for me. Like, I've come a long way with that. so I'm very proud and very happy that I'm launching this project, and that hopefully you're a part of it too. Another thing I'm very proud of myself for is how open I am about having MS. So it's something that, you know, in France is considered, I don't know if this is the same in other cultures, but it's considered something that's kind of personal, that, like, you know, it's kind of like, obviously it's seen as a weakness, and, you know, you shouldn't be open like that, like, especially in the workplace, or, you know, even in just in general, because it's kind of viewed in a negative light, like disability, that whole thing is kind of taboo, and basically if it's unnoticeable to the naked eye, you shouldn't talk about it. And I feel like, you know, I never really sat down to really think about it. It just came naturally because I couldn't hide it at work, and so I just kept being open about it. And I think that's the way it should be, like, without talking about it too much. I don't think anyone should have to hide that they have an illness or a disability or anything like that. And, you know, I did have some, like, not all the reactions I got from people were positive, far from it, or just some were very insensitive. I wouldn't say anyone was, like, mean on purpose, but some people were incredibly insensitive. Like, I had managers where I would tell them that I was, you know, at the hospital, like at the emergency unit, they were just like, okay, but can you just please respond to my email by tonight? Like, thankfully, and that was a very small minority of people, but, you know, just, it can be tough. And so I am really proud of myself for remaining open about it, and just not caring what people think about it, and just not, you know, telling, like, not talking about it all the time. Of course not. I don't want that to be part of my, like, I don't want that to be what my identity is about, not at all. But it is very much something that is part of my life, that affects basically all areas of my life, and so I should be able to be open about it and not feel any type of way about it, and no one should have anything to say about it. So that's just where I come from on that. So also, the beauty of having MS was that I was able to finally figure out what I want to do with my life to a degree of clarity that I never had before. Before, I was kind of like seeing, like, life or goals, you know, career goals, etc., 1 or 2 years ahead, and kind of going along with the flow. And now I really know where I want to go, and I'm really taking steps and actions to move in that direction. So that's one of the gifts that came with having MS, which might have come otherwise, but probably not as soon and not as definite, I would say. I mean, I don't know, that's just how it happened. That I'm glad that came out of that situation, so it goes in the jar. Then if you watched my memory slide video, then you know that I went to see the Northern Lights, which was a big bucket list goal of mine, so that was just awesome. So I'm of course going to include that in here. And also I went dog sledding, which was also one of my big bucket list items, so which all happened on the same Norway trip, by the way. Then I also started a new job, which I can't believe that wasn't all in the same year, honestly. Like, so much happened in 2024, but I crushed it totally, so I'm very happy. You know, I'm now a marketing manager, which while I've had some marketing classes back in business school, it wasn't, obviously it's not the job. Like, I was a financial consultant on like a variety of financial and accounting topics, and so since I couldn't really work on Excel because of my eyesight issues, a position opened up as a marketing manager for my service line, and so I went there, and so I took that position and I crushed it. So I'm very happy and proud of myself for that. So yeah. Also, on a smaller scale, I moved recently at the end of August 2024, and it was the first time I visited an apartment by myself, because prior to that I think I've always had at least one of my parents present for that, so this was the first time I did that process entirely on my own, and yeah, that of course it's an accomplishment. I also got accepted into a psychology degree, which was awesome, and hopefully soon I'll be able to say that I aced my exams, which are coming up. But yeah, that was, you know, fairly competitive. I put some effort into it, so I'm really glad that happened. And so actually that is the last accomplishment that I want to put in the jar for today. Maybe as time goes by, I'll remember another accomplishment that I want to include, and then I'll just put it in the jar at that point. But when I was preparing my list for today, like that, these are all the ones I came up with. Like I said, it's not that like there are some where I made incredible progress on certain goals, but I haven't hit that finish line yet, which hopefully, fingers crossed, will happen in 2025. At least I'm definitely going to work towards that, but I haven't hit that finish line yet. So I've made a lot of progress, but I haven't hit that finish line, so for me, it doesn't belong in the accomplishment jar just yet. So yeah, just go ahead and close it for this year. And so yeah, this is my accomplishment jar. And I'll keep on adding to it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, that you found this inspiring, and that maybe you want to start implementing that in your own life. I wish you all the best. I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be about my 2025 goals. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe and stick around for that. And I'll see you guys in that video. Bye!